Hi, this is Adi from Nitai Partners, showing you healthcare analytics applications on the BI cloud that we have developed and and currently promoting it on different forums across. So, so this particular application integrates more than 900 different applications from backend into the mobile platform, into the cloud platform uh, and uh, is fully HIPAA compliant, and it has got pre-built integrations with leading EHR EMR systems, plus costing systems like Hyperion cost management systems or uh, Oracle cost management systems. So it is pretty well integrated analytical application. Brings an entire analytical analytical capability to your operation. Now, this is suitable for small and medium-sized hospitals, or it can be even used for large hospitals. So we are working on different iterations for this. We are going to launch a big data analytical application using Lumify and the big data appliance that we have. We have created a new appliance for healthcare, mostly healthcare providers and payers. We are in the process of creating additional documentation to share with all of you, which will be released shortly. I showed this application last week in a forum at Kansas City. Very well received, and I was very happy to get that feedback. So, this particular view is known as the CXO view, which is like Chief Executive Officer, CEO, COO, CIO, CTO, or you have vice president or director of IT or director of cost management or director of finance or department heads can have great value add from this particular dashboards. Now it is gives you the number of patients by disease in hospital. You can select a chain in your hospital and you can get data from that, which are the disease category codes. We are using ICD-10 codes, but if you're using ICD-9 or some of you may be moving to ICD-11, we can accommodate that as well. Number of patients by status in hospital. So this particular view shows you the number of patients in each hospital. So here we take one example of Mackey Sport Hospital. So we can tell you what is the visiting patient count, what is the discharge to home count, what is in hospital count. Now coming back to the top 5 hospitals based on patient. If you are a medium-sized chain or small chain or large chain, now this but everyone needs that information. So this particular view tells you in your chain how many hospitals are there and what are the number of patients that each of the hospital is catering to. Another important feature for an hospital is to measure their cost. Many hospitals are non-profit centers. Some private hospitals are profit centers, but in any case, cost is important. Whether you're a small hospital or a medium-sized hospital or a large hospital, you still have to manage cost. So this particular view integrates information from your ERP systems, EHR systems, EMR, and any other cost management system, including Excel sheets. I know that some of you may not have such a robust system like big hospitals have. It doesn't matter. If you are using a system which is built on simple Excel sheets and things like that, this our system can integrate information from that as well and present you same level of charts and graphs. Uh, Another important function of a hospital CXO is the revenue, cost allocation, and charges. All three have to go hand in hand. So this particular our chart, even though our data model captures that all that information, and all that which I'm showing you is not expensive. Like the general comments that I hear that if you're presenting a solution, it must be extra expensive. No, it is not expensive. This is uh, you know you think of value that it adds to you. that on an iPad or any mobile device, you can see all this information live, and it can really bring changes in the way you take care of your patients. So this whole system is designed on how to you focus the doctors, the providers, spend more time with the patients instead of managing their own operations. So admission statistical analysis. So we see that ICD-10 admission codes and how they're transitioning, and number of hospitals, uh, number of patients. So you can within a nice way, you can see all this information. It is important information presented in a nice format. So if you want to calculate average cycle time for a particular hospital, so each hospital you can say how much time for admitting to ward. So you can check the performance of each of your hospitals. So this will help you to significantly improve the performance of your chain. And then you have staff statistical analysis. So what is the hiring demand by job? What is the employee overtime by job category? So to track of your employee. So especially for providers, a happy employee means a more satisfied patient. So in one single page, a CXO can not only manage the statistics side of his hospital, that how many disease categories you're taking care of, he can manage the effectiveness of care being delivered, and at the same time he can also manage the quality of resources that he has. So it's a very 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 functionally designed front end for a tool. It integrates with all your major e-platforms, e-clinical, health, meditech. Most of these systems it integrates with. The another aspect, I'll go a little bit deeper into provider costing analytics. Now, this particular tool or chart helps you to categorize your revenue and cost. So it helps you keeping your revenues, keeping your costs as per your revenues. So it's a cost allocation per test, and helps you minimize the expenditure. So as I mentioned earlier, that many of your hospitals are a non-profit centers, and they are the major task that most of the time you have is to control your cost. And so it is very important that you uh, build charts, build your data model in such a way that you can capture that. So this particular chart gets data from multiple cost centers. Like for example, some of you use PeopleSoft, some of you use Hyperion, some of you use non-branded or non-major brand products, including Microsoft. Microsoft is a large brand. Do you use any open source system? So this particular tool helps you to manage your costing and revenues with respect to your revenues. So another important feature that we have built is the big data kind of management. So here you see that how um, you can put up this kind of if in the lobby of your hospital, if you put a screen which has a big data screen and which has all these charts and graphs. So this helps your patients who are coming into your hospital to accurately uh, to see where they stand for the care. So how much time will they take? So this historically calculates your time, average time. It helps you calculate what is the waiting time, what is the complete check-in time, wait at checkout. So it gives you important statistics for each hospital. Now, this is the kind of chart we calculate using big data, but this is available to you and very interactive. You can put a touch screen in the lobby of your hospital and or a nursing home or a small hospital, and you can easily share that information. So the next important, does anyone has any questions? All right. So the bar graph below shows the patients count by each medical department and drill down to sub-department and patient details. So number of patient by disease, then count, and so here you can click on the ICD-10 code. You're going to see the disease IDs. Click on disease IDs and you see the patient information. So this is a statistical analytics code. Then you have provider operational real-time reporting. So if you click on, so the visiting patient, these are the hospitals, hospital names, doctors, patient full name, status. So you click on that and you can see all that information available. Diagnostic statistical analysis. So this is a very mature product in terms of calculating the performance of a healthcare provider. Another important aspect is for the care is that many of you use financial analytics for performing calculating the performance of your hospital. So this is a very nice view. It shows you how your hospital is performing at a glance. Your general ledger information, your payables information, your profitability information, and your receivables information. All these things are very well mentioned here. Going back to showing the campaigns for your hospital. So this shows you how your campaign. So if you're launching any care program, so you can see the total number of visits on your campaign, your revenues generated, and your margins if you are calculating the margins. And it can help you give you deep insights into your patients and your categories which you have launched. So does anyone has any questions on this? Okay. So another aspect is revenue growth based on your campaign, promotions. So overall, this gives you a good idea about the entire healthcare. This application, it's built on Oracle BI Cloud. The backend is can be any of your EHR systems. We bring data from your EHR systems into a staging area. From staging area, we load into the cloud, and we build analytics in the cloud based on the staging area. So if you have any questions, please ask. If you don't have any questions, then we can wait for questions. I can see some of you. If you have any questions, you can please text me also. If you cannot speak, you can text me. I'll try to answer. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you for your time. And I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.